So what is a final salary pension scheme? Broadly speaking, it's a promise to pay you a pension when you retire. So for each year you worked for a company, they promised to pay a percentage of your salary as an income when you reach typically 65. To make my maths easy, let's assume you're earning £30,000 a year, and for every year you work for this company you earn 1/60th, i.e. £500 a year. So if you worked for that company for 40 years, typical working life for most people, when you got to 65 you'd receive a pension of £20,000 a year for the rest of your life. Now most people don't work for the same company for 40 years anymore, so say if you left after 20 years you've accrued a pension of say £10,000 a year that will be paid when you're 65. Between when you left the company, say in your 40s, and when you get to 65, that income will increase in line broadly with inflation to when you're 65. The final salary pension scheme is set to your retirement age of 65, but some people may wish to retire early. Now, the actuaries who run these schemes set it so 65 you're going to live for another 20-30 years, and they build up enough money to do that. Not everyone wants to retire at 65. Some people would like to retire early, which you can do from age 55. Now the actuaries who run the pension scheme, these final salary pension schemes, work out that you're going to live from 65 for another 20-30 years, and they adjudge the pension accordingly and make sure they have enough money to provide that. Now if you retire at 55, suddenly they've got to make that pot of money last 30-40 years and 10 years less to build up that pot of money to provide that income. So what they do is they will apply actuarial factors to take into account of that, which means if you retire at 55, your pension's going to be quite a bit lower than if you waited until you're 65. The scheme will offer you a pension for the rest of your life. A personal arrangement will also offer you a pension for the rest of your life. However, you have a pot of money that you then have to manage, so that comes on to how sustainable is the level of income you want to draw down over that timescale. With a final salary scheme, the risk is entirely with the pension scheme and the sponsoring employer. If you transfer to a personal arrangement, that risk is entirely on you and your advisors to ensure that the pot of money you have doesn't run out before you die, or else you're only left with the state pension. Broadly, the starting point when looking at a final salary is it's a guaranteed income for life. There is very little risk as long as the sponsoring employer is a solvent entity. For the majority of people, the final salary pension scheme is the right thing for them. However, people's circumstances may be different in that they may want to retire early. With the actuarial factors that are applied, it may be more beneficial to look to a personal arrangement, or they may want to take a higher level of income until other assets or investments mature, or they may look into pay for children's university fees. There's various reasons why people might look to transfer out depending on their individual circumstances.
If you wish to talk to an independent financial advisor, call 0203 440 4165 or visit us on our website www.audley-am.com.